Vogue. Segments in this video, we're gonna cut to the review, then the cinematic video. So I hope you like both of them, and make sure to like, subscribe, review the new Range Rover Vogue. And this car is spec'd out in this white metallic paint and the optional gold accents or copper accents around the grille and everywhere else. I'll show you that. This car is known as the flagship Range Rover, and you can see how large it is. This is the autobiography and the non-extended wheelbase. This is the extended wheelbase, this is the non-extended wheelbase. So we're going to talk about the looks first, then we'll get onto the interior. So tell me what you guys, would you have this in the optional black trim or this golden accent type thing? Coming over to the sides, as you can see, I have to move back quite a bit so you can just see how massive this thing is, and it stands right as the flagship Range Rover. So this kind of competes with the expense. If you go up a budget, it starts to compete with the Rolls-Royce Cullinan, Mercedes GLS, whether Maybach or AMG, and the Bentley Bentayga. So tell me which you have, the 7-seat Range Rover or its competitors. So here on the side, alongside those golden accents, you also get a very big slab to kind of distribute how large this car looks. So as you can see, what I said, it's an autobiography, and I think it's the highest spec, but not, it doesn't have the tan interior or light interior, it just has black on it, but we'll get to that in a moment. Over to the rear, we pass the sides, and as you can see, some more gold accents, and we get to the very controversial backside. So as you can see, it has the same gold accents Range Rover badge written there, and since this is not the V8 model, it doesn't have, take my words back, all Range Rovers don't come with like sporty exhaust tips like you get on the smaller Sport. So this might not be the V8, the 4.4 liter V8 from BMW, but I think this is the 3 liter diesel that you can get on this car, 3 liter 6-cylinder. Before we get into the interior, it has the same kind of spec with the black separating the top, so I think this competes with the Maybach indeed. So getting into the inside, you'd say this car is very huge and very high up. So for short people, you can get this with some kick plates for someone to step in very quick. In the interior of the car, as you can see, it has the same configuration and the same type of seat adjustments as you'd get in the smaller Range Rover, but this one, as it's more expensive and more luxurious, you get leather all around it. Let's see if it has soft close. Nope, unfortunately it is not optioned out. So on the interior of this car, you could say that it has the same kind of creature comforts you'd get, but instead of cheap plastics you'd get on the smaller Range Rover, you get some very nice leather and soft touch leather. Talking about the opening is very wide on this car to make sure that you're looking over peasants in this car. So we get to touch points. So it has soft leather, optioned out with soft leather, and the same kind of weird funky glove boxes where if you press the top it opens, and if you press the bottom it opens this bottom bit. It's the same integrated vents as in the smaller Sport, and they're spec'd out in the same color, this weird goldish color. But tell me what you guys think. From the passenger side, would you have that smaller Sport, the Mercedes GLS, the Range Rover Cullinan, and the Bentley Bentayga? Tell me in the comments below from the passenger. The rear of this car is optioned out with the 2+2 and the reclining seat. So let's hop in real quickly and I'll tell you all about this. So getting into this car, so it has what I was complaining about in the smaller Sport, where it was black on black, so the headlining was black and the seats were black, so you couldn't see me very much. But in this new Vogue, it's optioned out with the light headlining, so you can see me a bit better. Now that I'm comfortable in this car, it's a bit dark because the sunshades are up and it has a low battery, so I don't think I can take them down for now. But from where I'm sitting, the seat is very comfortable. It's very high, very unusually high. But yes, so in the center console here you have the 20 split seat, so it has 2 cup holders, one on each side, and let's see if, and you can pull it up if you want to close it. Not much to say about the rear inside this car. All I can say is really comfortable, and if you'd like being driven a lot in these cars, I think this is very high up there. Out of the car, let's go check out what it's like from the driver's seat. So entering the driver's seat of this car, let's check out what are the main differences from the smaller Range Rover and how it competes with its competitors from Germany and Britain. So on the inside of this car, as you can see, it has the two-spoke steering wheel, which makes it look very luxurious, especially if it's going to compete with the Germans, the Maybach and the Alpina. I think this is by far the best one. The key differences from the smaller Sport to this Vogue is that the screen down here doesn't have a lot of gloss back. I think that's an option, so you can get open pore wood and some silver trimming, where that it had gloss black all around everything. The classic Range Rover trick, the air control modules, it's either a push or pull, then swipe all you want. Then these are capacitive buttons as they are on the steering wheel, which change what kind of display you want on each side. So coming back down here, this is your off-road mode. You can click or swipe to your liking, and I think this has a volume knob, unlike what most of the Germans are resorting to, and it has the same Alcantara gear lever. In the front seat of this car, it's really nice, loads of headroom. I don't know how tall I am or how short I am, but creature comfort is very nice in here. I'm really liking this leather steering wheel. I think for comfort and touch points, this is by far the best one. The new Range Rover, the Rolls-Royce Cullinan, the Bentley Bentayga, or the GLS Maybach.